You guys are going to love this. What does the Constitution say? You have the right to pursue happiness. Did it say that you have the right, or you're already happy? Tell them. Happiness is not something you just grab in the morning and say, ooh. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for it, and you have the right to pursue it. You have the right to pursue it, but the U.S. Constitution never says you will actually catch it. That's why 98% of people, or 95 or 85% of Americans, still very unhappy. Because who got it? The top 5 or 10%. Is that terrible? But the 85%, you have the right to pursue. Because if you don't pursue, you'll never have it. If you just sit down in bed and wait for it to come to you, it ain't happening. You have to pursue that happiness. To be happy, a decision you must make. Happiness is a decision you wake up every morning and you must make. You wake up happy. And when you wake up happy, you attract happy things and happy people to you. Try to weed out the negative people in your lifestyle and your life. How many of you have negative people that you meet? Always complaining, bitching, moaning about everything else. But they're not giving you solutions. Hang around people with solutions. Hang around people that listen, I don't understand, we have problems, but let's work together as a group to fix and find a solution to it. Right? And it's not good enough to find a solution, we have to implement the solution and take action to implement it. Good? Okay. Happy. It's not just about earning money. You have to be happy with your lifestyle. Does that make sense to you? Yes? And let me explain to you happiness. Researchers say that happiness, 50% of it is you born generic. We all have a happy personality. Some people are a little bit more happy and some people not as happy. And we have ups and downs, but we always find a balance and settle down to where our normal happy state is. Does that make sense? And that just makes up 50% of our happiness. So we basically happy people if we allow ourselves to be happy people, just based on genetics. The problem is this. That's the 50%. Here's the issue though. 10% of us feel that our happiness is based on income, social status, and where we live. You guys with me? If I'm living in a rich neighborhood, they must be happy. I know people living in a rich neighborhood are happy. And I know people living in medium income houses, right? Could be happy, could be stressful, not very happy. And I know people with absolutely nothing financial and finds happiness because they don't know any better or they're not exposed to anything else in third world countries. Does that make sense to you? So 10% of it is based on social status. Good? Here's what you can control. 40% of it is intentions and actions that we choose to do daily. How many of you have a bad day? Bad week? Sometimes it's a bad month, and some of you, damn, I had a bad 10 years. And here's what I want you to do right now. I've said it all the time, and everyone in here that has heard me speak before, I've always thought this. You're not allowed to have a bad day. You're only allowed to have a bad moment. As soon as you have your bad moment, snap out of it and move on. The problem with 85% of people is they have a bad moment and it lets them, they allow it to affect them for a bad minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they want to call all their friends and family and complain and share that bad moment with them and infect them. And that was like a friggin' virus. And you want to know why you're having a bad day, because you're telling everybody you're having a bad day, and if you keep speaking that, what happens to you? Mindset. So you're not allowed to have a bad day. Bad moments are okay because we all have them, but you have to learn to develop a habit of snapping out of that and keep moving forward. Your job is to keep striving, so improve your life, not be settling to be average. So always have the intention. Now what could we do? We actually could control that. So if we have the basic 50% of happiness and we intend stuff, we do stuff that are very, very helpful. We have a work and a lifestyle and we keep staying busy and we work to earn money. You have to work to earn money, by the way. You guys with me? until you can have accumulated enough money to stop working and live free and happy and not have to worry about bills being paid and just spend the rest of your life being happy. You guys with me? The problem is everyone wants to be all happy and la-di-da-di, go party and drink all day long, and at age 75, they wonder why they broke. Understand, you always pay the price. You pay the price up front, or you pay the price at the end, and when you pay it at the end, you pay it with interest. If you go to the store and you put something on layaway, you're going to pay more for it. Don't lay away your life. Bust your butt when you're healthy and strong and could put away enough so you could stop when you choose to, and not once a lady will tell you, you know what, we don't need you anymore. And then you have to go, ooh. If I stop now, holy shit, I didn't put away enough. I gotta go hustle for something else. I'm telling you, it's very empowering when you could tell everyone else, I can stop. Because I have enough to support my lifestyle and be happy for the rest of my life. How many of you would love that? And say that? Not now, but maybe in 5 years, 10 years. And we're going to talk about planning and goals and dreams and how to set it up in a timeline so it is workable. And never forget it, and you only stop when you're done. You don't give up in the middle processes. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So why do you want to be an entrepreneur? A lot of you want to do that. You're here because it's an entrepreneurial mindset. But what does it all mean? Why does you would want to be doing this? Because this is not an easy. If everyone could do it, 95% or 85% of Americans would be doing it, right?
Right.
Yes? But this is not a business for everyone. This is something that's a choice, and it's a choice that is a very difficult choice for you to make. I understand that. And why is it difficult? Because mommy and daddy and society and the entire mindset and belief system embedded in you as kids have taught you something totally different. And we're trying to break that for you today. And that's going to be tough. But you look like some reasonably smart people. And you don't have to listen to mommy and daddy anymore. You can make some decisions on your own going forward, correct? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to be an entrepreneur because you want to become wealthy. Freedom and independence. Wealth buys you freedom. Money buys you freedom. Choices. You go into the dealership and you pick whatever car you want and you drive off. You send your kids to the best schools and colleges, private schools. You don't really care what. See, money is not an issue anymore. So now you can decide and you have choice. So financial independence gives you choice and it gives you a lot of freedom. Does that make sense? Secondly, you want to make a difference. You want to make a difference. How many of you would like to make a difference? You would like to donate. You would like to have somebody say, and how do you know that that's embedded in your own heart and personality that I'm willing to give? I want to make something so people say, you know what, this is what I did. This is what... Don't we all have that basic feeling to help people and make a difference in our community, in our family, in the lives of whether it's church or business or workplace, right? Yes?
Yes.
That's something that you just feel. And well, guess what? You don't even need reward for that. Do you actually need money for that? That's not something you need money for. That's something you do because it's what you want to do. It makes you feel good. Okay? You want to have some fun? You want to have fun? Trust me, everything that you do, whether it's picking up garbage in the street or being a president of a company, you want to have fun doing it. Here's the problem with fun. Fun is not what happens automatically. Everyone wants to judge it on 5 minutes of experience. How many of you ever went bowling? How many of you would be still bowling if every ball you sent went down the gutter? Within one game, you said, damn, this game ain't for me. But how many of you know if you play the game long enough and you bowl, you'll start staying on the lane. All of a sudden, you start hitting spares, and then a lot of times you hit strikes. But if you play the game long enough, how many of you know that you don't care if any one of your friends say, oh, let's go bowling? Sure, let's go bowling. I'll go to any sport and kick everyone else's in here because I'm that good at everything that I do. And that's not boasting, that's a fact. Why? Because when I start, I don't stop until I master it. And it takes time. I understand I'm going to suck at it because I've never done it before. But give me a good month of it. I'll do that shit all night long until I get good at it. Do you have that drive in you? Maybe it's not important to you. But here's what I know. The more things I can compete in and the more things that I can take part with, the more people I can network with. Because while you will like shooting pool, you might like bowling, you might like playing golf. You guys with me on that? So to become a person that attracts all these people, you have to become an attractive person that is able to handle all of these different situations, don't you? And that takes time. You're not going to get good at all of these stuff unless you invest some time on it. So in your business life, your careers, you have to invest some time in getting good at all of this stuff. So you must have fun, but fun is not automatic. If you started a new career today, I'm telling you, you're not going to like it a whole lot. But work there for 30 days, 6 months, and if it's rewarding, and it's paying the bills, and you're happy with it at the end, here's what happens. You get and you develop an internal system that now you like what you're doing because you become good at it. I'm going to tell you something about fun. You continue doing things if you like and enjoy what you do because you're good at it. If you suck at it, you will eventually stop doing it. And that's just a fact. Make sense? Okay. And that's why most people quit. They don't quit because it wasn't fun. That's why they got into it. They thought it would be fun. But they never got good at it. And why didn't they get good at it? It's because they're not capable of getting good? No, it's because they don't have the habit and the mindset to stay there and persist long enough to get good at something. But I'm telling one of you, all of you in this room, if you put your heart and soul into something and you really want to persist at it, you will get good at it. And you have to go into it that I'm not just going to get good at it, I'm going to get as good as everyone else and the best player in the game is at it. Does that make sense? Good. You understand that there are no business success or failure. There are only people success and failure. You see, businesses don't fail, you know. People fail. Businesses do not fail. I don't care what business you decide to start up tomorrow, that is going to be a success based on you, your drive, and your ability to pursue it and persist at it. Right? And it may fail because you gave up, because you lack the knowledge of that to have success. But if you align people in that same business that are successful, and you allow yourself to be mentored and taught by them, whoa, aren't you setting yourself up for success as well? Yes? So that is what you have to learn to do. Align yourself and find and develop mastermind alliances with the people that are very good at what they do. And you too will become that good. So I want you to understand, I hear a lot of people, my business failed, this failed. No, the business didn't fail, you failed. Because there's other people doing that business that is very successful at it as well, aren't they? So it's not a business failing, it's you fail. You could be a gardener cutting lawns and your business going down the tubes, and this guy that's making $1 million cutting lawns. See, it doesn't make a difference what line of work you choose to be in, as long as you're very good at it. And how do you get very good at it? Stop talking to the guys that are failing at it. Talk to the ones that are successful at it. You must have what? Oh, you have experienced a job. How many of you went to a job interview and you experienced them saying that you're not suitable for the job, you're an unsuitable candidate? Does not suck that you go to the job and say you're an unsuitable candidate. What the hell does that mean, unsuitable candidate? You don't even know me, I'm unsuitable for it. Because I don't wear a suit. Well, I don't like putting on a tie. I don't believe in getting up in the morning with a noose around my neck. I don't know. Right,